Well, you can hear the dogs outside. What's going on, everybody? Big show. Keep dropping stuff. Big show today. Lot to talk about. Right, Ab? Mm-hmm. Got my co-host here. Kenny's going to be late, so I dragged my daughter out after modified practice to come be my sidekick. So, listen, she's don't get scared away because she's a 12-year-old girl. She will. She likes to talk. Trust me. But I just want to let you know, Abigail, that I do have a mute button, and I can mute you. So
I swear.
Unlike at home, and you start rambling on, I just go ahead, say something.
Oh.
All right. A lot to talk about today. Number to call in is 845-366-2095. Like I said, Kenny's going to be joining us late. Lot to talk about. Lot in the news. We're going to talk Yankees. We're going to talk the DeGroms, because I'm not going to refer to them as the Mets. I'm just going to call them the DeGroms, the Jacob DeGroms. We're going to talk about Zach Short, local kid making his Major League Baseball debut. Seen every at-bat on the Tigers broadcast, so there's a lot to talk about there. We'll tell you how, the Detroit Tigers side of things, how they talk about Zach, the announcers, and Jack Morris, Hall of Famer. LeBron James and his tweets and him, getting into some trouble. The Raiders tweets about, things that happened in the last couple weeks with some of these shootings. So just a lot to really... Just a lot to talk about. So, first, Ab, how was your weekend?
It was eventful.
Why? What went on?
Well, good. I played in a softball tournament.
Uh-huh.
At Fast Pitch Nation down in Connecticut, and we won the tournament, so it was fun, obviously. But we got rain delayed until 1:30, and then we knocked out the first seed and beat the third seed to win. And yeah, we got medals, like our winning medals, and they were like this big. They're like bigger than the palm of my hand. And then when we got home, my brother took the medal out of my hand and started biting the medal.
Yeah, so we went down. She guest played on the Duchess Debs, and won the tournament. It rained on Sunday, so we were the 4 seed. It ended up raining, and they sent everybody else home. They delayed the games till 1:30, and they took the top 4 seeds, and they ended up winning the tournament. They knocked out the 1 seed in their first in the semifinal game, and then a
very close game.
Yeah, in a very close game, a 1-run game, and then the 3 seed beat the 4 seed, and the 3 seed beat the 2 seed, so it was the 3 versus the 4, and the Debs won. It's funny though how parents get and how parents just yell, and they get mad over things that they shouldn't get mad at. Like I was looking at the other game, the other semifinal game, and so it's a timed game. So what happens if you're winning and it starts to get to the end of the time? What do you do?
Everyone gets frisky.
No, but they stall.
Oh, right? Yeah, you untie your shoes before you go up to bat, or
it's like you start untying your shoes before you walk out of the dugout. You start doing these crazy things. The pitcher kind of steps off a lot. Maybe the catcher will go out and talk. The coach will. What really starts to get parents mad though is when the coach uses a mound visit. Yeah, they use a mound visit. And I was watching the other game, and the coach came out and used a mound visit, and the parents are like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And they start yelling and screaming, and coach is like, "Relax, they're only 12." Talking to the pitcher, and it's just parents just get so mad. So then in our game, the same thing happened. right?
Oh yeah, there was like 15 seconds left on the clock, and and there was a runner on third. It was 6-7 us, and the other team was the home team because they were the higher seed. And Gary uses mound visit. There's 15 seconds left in the game. There's a girl on third and second, I think, right? There was a girl on like third and second.
Second and third with one out. Wasn't there like one out?
No, well, yeah, there was one out, and then we got another out, and then there was only one out, and Gary uses mound visit, and then all the coaches start getting frisky. All the girls were like looking at each other, and everyone was like, "Come on!" Blah, blah. And then our pitcher struck the girl out, and we won, and we were like, "Yeah, we won!" So.
Yeah. And my response over to the other parents is just, well, don't be behind, right? Play better, right? If you're winning, you don't mind the mound visit, right? If you're winning, you're totally fine with it. If you're losing, you start yelling and screaming how it's the worst thing ever, and everybody's having a heart attack on the side, and it's like, well, what do you think we're gonna do? We don't want to start another inning. There's no way you wanted to start another inning against the 1 seed. They were good.
Yeah, and if they really wanted to get another chance, like get another at bat, they could have had the girls step off the base.
Yeah.
And then we would have got up, and then they would get another chance. Yeah. If they really wanted, if they wanted to play smarter.
Yeah, that strategy will sometimes work, right? You step off the base to get the extra, to get that out. Because you're not going to, because you might have 2 outs and you're not going to get 3 runs with 1 runner on. The chances of that happening are slim.
So you take the chance with them getting up again, and then try and play your best D, and then you go out and try and
so you have another opportunity.
Clean slate.
Yeah, absolutely. So they won. All the girls played well. We got good pitching, and then we got good timely pitching when they needed it. All the girls hit. Fielding was great. Abby played a great game. A couple great games. She played great the whole tournament. Right? I was keeping track. In my mind. The hits. What did I tell you? What hit? What did I tell you about between games that I liked probably the most? Do you remember?
Productive out?
Yes, that's right.
I thought you were gonna say aggregation and marginal gains.
No, not the aggregation. I don't want to lose everybody on aggregation and marginal gains. Google it though. Tell your kids about it.
No, really don't. They're not gonna listen to you ever again. They're gonna be so bored.
Yeah. So anyway, what happens is she comes off the field and I'm like, look, you were 4 for 6 at one point.
Didn't I end up being 7 for
8 for 11, 7 for 11, 8 for 12 or something like that at the end. But I said one of the bats that I'm the most proud of, that I like the most, was you battled. It was 3-2, and there was less than 2 outs and a runner on third, and you put a ball in play and you hit a ground ball to second base, right? You fought through the at bat. You went down. You took a strike. You swung and missed. Fouled a couple pitches off. Got the count to 3-2, and then grounded out to the right side at second base, which is totally fine. I was like, if you go back to the dugout and nobody says anything to you, shame on them, right? Because that's an at-bat that's productive. You moved a runner from second to third and you scored a run from third, right? Yeah, you're out. So what? First of all, you got 2 strikes. You're not trying to make magic happen. You're not trying to crush a ball, swing out of your shoes and try to drive something deep. You're just trying to put the bat on the ball. So that was one of the better at-bats. I shouldn't say it was one of the better at-bats. It was the at-bat that I thought that I liked the most.
So that's his favorite out of all of the hits that I got to the outfield. That's his favorite.
Yeah. Listen, productive outs win games, and this is why Major League Baseball is suffering, because they don't care about the productive out. It's home run or strikeout. They're fine with guys striking out 150 times a year. The problem is the strikeout doesn't do anything. I'd rather see you at least put the ball in play. How many times did balls get put in play, even by the other team, where our team was forced to make a play, and the girl's running hard down the line, the throw might be late, the throw might be offline a little bit, the first baseman's got to come off the bag. You know what I mean? Like, you have to make the other team make plays. That's why strikeouts, you're not forcing the other team to make a play. Right? You're not making them take the ground ball or throw the ball over. You're just kind of like, swinging out of your shoes and praying. What are you laughing at? Yeah, got indigestion. You're laughing at me.
But also, this has really nothing to do with it. But I got cleated in the back of the head yesterday, and I have a bump on the back of my head, and it hurts really bad. I don't know what it has to do with anything.
It doesn't have to do with anything.
It just, like, my head hurts because we were trying to get, like, because I was playing third, and then the catcher comes up and then throws the ball, and she got into a pickle. She was out, but the umpire called her safe, and when she slid head first, her, like, legs went up, and she, like, kicked me in the back of my head.
So that's called a scorpion. Where their legs come up, and they look like a scorpion.
I'm scared of scorpions. I'll run away from scorpions.
I'm scared of a lot of things. Jeez. That's not nice. All right, Ab, let's talk about the Yankees. Let's just jump right into the Yankees. Actually, let's talk about Zach. We'll talk about Zach Short. Talk about Zach Short?
Sure.
All right. So, local kid Zach Short from right here up the road gets called up to the major leagues by the Detroit Tigers. Now, he was traded for Cameron Maybin, who's a major league player. Played for the Yankees, the Tigers, a couple other teams, but he was traded for Cameron Maybin. He got called up to the taxi squad probably about 2-3 weeks ago, which is just, they travel with 5 players, a pitcher, a catcher, and 3 position players. This way, if somebody gets COVID or something like that, they already have somebody there, right? Guys there that can step in.
So, like, relief?
And it doesn't count, like, you just get your per diem. It doesn't count towards time of service or anything like that. It's like an emergency team that travels with the team. And then you're there, it's like 5 or 7 days or something like that. And then you go back to the alternate site or minor leagues or whatever. So after that is over, he goes down, he gets called up. AJ Hinch calls him up, says, hey, you're coming up to the big club. Calls his parents. Parents fly out. They're there for the first game. And
I thought they were there for all the games.
They were there for all the games, but I mean, they made it to the first game. And their interview, and I got the MLB app, right? So I'm watching all the game. I'm watching, the games, and I've seen every one of his at bats.
He's like, every time I go up to him, he's like, this is great. I mean, I can. He's like, what's a close game I can watch? And he's just watching it all the time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But the only thing is, since we're local, we have to get yes if we want the Yankees since we're local.
Yeah, which is fine, and we have yes. But when I'm out of, if I'm in Boston, I can watch the Yankees on the app, on the MLB app, right? But I was able to watch. Oh, it's great. I was watching the Padres-Dodgers games, exciting games. Jake and I are watching. The day Zach got called up, I watched the Tigers-Pirates, first game of that doubleheader. Switched over to the Phillies and Giants in a tie game in the bottom of the 9th. Watched the end of that. Switched over, watched I don't even know who else. Ended up at night watching the Dodgers play somebody. I mean, it was just all night. It was great.
Pulled an all-nighter.
Pulled an all-nighter, baby, watching baseball. So anyway, he gets called up, and his first couple at bats, actually in the first game, he was 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a strikeout. No, because he played the doubleheader, so he had 2 walks, and he flew out to center field. To end
I
the
watched
game.
his walk before he had to go to tryouts.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So that's right. Yeah, so he works a count in both at bats where he goes down. In most of his at bats that he got walks, he was down 0-2 real early in the count. Right, no balls, 2 strikes, and then fights his way back. Gets to a full count, foul ball, walk. And the announcers just kept talking about how, great that is. Jack Morris has kept constantly talking about his glove, and he made a stellar diving play in the game. He made a great glove flip play on a double play the other night. I mean, he's, playing as well as you could expect somebody to. And the Dodgers announcers just, they love the kid. They talked about it.
They were like, when he first got up, or at least what I heard, they were talking, and they were like, this kid made a really good impression on us the first time, we saw him and all that stuff. And then they talked about how the Tigers were excited to, feature him as his first, MLB debut. In his first game, they were really excited.
Yeah, I mean, they were great at bats. He fought kind of like your at bat, right?
And then
except not Major League Baseball.
And then we also watched the game while we were at the hotel, and we saw his first Major League hit,
which was almost a home run, right? Earlier in that
God.
at bat.
It was this far from being fair. But it was foul.
That was the at bat earlier because we were driving. Remember? Because I put the game on. And
I'm talking about when we were at the hotel.
Yeah.
It was this close to being a home run, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I was like, as soon as he hit the ball, I'm like, no, he didn't. I'm like, it's just a matter of being fair or foul. It was foul by about 10 feet. But then he hit a rocket single. He had another great at bat with another great walk down 0-2. In the first game that he got called up in the doubleheader, he had 2 walks in his last at bat. He made the last out of the game, but he flew out to deep center field. And if anybody knows anything about Detroit, historically, he's one of the biggest center fields in baseball. It's 420. When I was a kid, it was 440 feet to center field. And the flagpole was inside the fence against the
That's
fence
like
on
2
the
times
inside.
bigger than our field.
What field?
No, look.
Watching yourself?
No, Andrea's and Abby.
Oh. Yeah, so just stellar at bats. Jack Morris and those guys could not, just had all great things to say about his defense. How, if you're a pitcher, that's the kind of guy I want behind me. And he proved them right. He was great defensively.
And now he's going to stay up there unless they pull a Joe Girardi move and they just kick him out for no reason.
Not a Joe Girardi move.
Yeah, get him a contract.
Oh, all right. Because Abigail,
I love Joe Girardi.
yes.
I wish that... why would you let him leave? And now he's on Philly, and Philly's doing better than the Yankees, right?
By the way, Zach Short had better at-bats in the 2 games that he played, the 3 games that he played, than the Yankees had all of last, than every Yankee had all of last week. I'm not even kidding. You can't read the comments, Ab. Don't read the comments.
Well, it's just weird. Hi, other Abby.
You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, the Yankees, they won a couple games now, but...
They need to be worried about winning series instead of, individual games.
Yeah, so, we talk about this all the time. And it has become... And you bring up Joe Girardi, which is a great point, because...
What are you doing?
I'm not used to the Apple computer.
Yeah, he could not to save his life. He was like, how do you get on the internet?
Wait, oh, hold on.
Hey, sneak peek.
Oh,
Can I finish my thought?
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know what I was gonna say now. Oh yeah, for the life of me, couldn't find the search button. So there's literally a tiny magnifying glass in the corner, right? And we all know that stands for the search bar. So I show it to him, and it goes directly to Facebook, right? And then I'm like, well, here you go. And he X'd out the tab and goes, no, I want Facebook. And I was like, that was Facebook. And he was like, no. And then he was like, how'd you find it again? So I show him again. He's like, oh, here's Facebook. I'm like, yeah, here is Facebook. Couldn't find it out.
I don't appreciate how my family makes fun of me. Just saying.
Oh my god.
So
You're making us seem like villains. He's like, oh, here's Facebook. I'm like, yeah. I can hear myself double time.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that.
yeah, nobody wants to hear that. I can hit the mute button. Anyway, so Abby loves Joe Girardi. Was livid, right?
Like weeks before he
Yeah.
didn't get his contract, I made a video saying, give Joe Girardi his contract.
Yeah, just livid, right? But this is why though, and this is the video that I posted. So we're just gonna take a listen. But this is the kind of stuff that's acceptable. Now, when
Is
this
this
video,
the Gary Sanchez video with the?
no,
Oh, okay.
when this plays, all right. So I'm just gonna play the video, then we'll talk about it. Ready?
Here we go. This is it. Still acceptable? Are you kidding me?
Okay.
How can anyone focus on what happened when you're screaming?
Here's what drives me nuts, though. Okay, is the fact that you're hitting 150 at the time, and this is what you do after everybody's been watching this entire team just not hustle and not even look like they care.
He's
Right? It's-
jogging.
Yeah, and what he says though, Ab, in the interview when somebody asked him, he said, "I didn't know where the ball was, and then I turned it on at the end."
And
Watch again. Watch again.
This is it. Still acceptable?
he was watching the ball.
Are you kidding me?
He looks back. Look. He's looking back at the ball. So he's gonna tell us, and we have to believe. We have to believe that he didn't
It's
see
like
where it
Jose
went.
Altuve with his shirt. Don't pull off my shirt.
Yeah, and then pretend he didn't do it, right? And then this is me going
Are you
crazy.
kidding me?
Yeah, he really turned it
Love
on
to
there.
see it.
For the Renegade soon. You are that is that embarrassing. At what point is it just not acceptable anymore? Aaron Boone, you're a joke. If the message hasn't gotten through at this point, you should probably lose your job because the team does not give a shit about you. They do not care about you. That's a joke that guys are still doing that. Shella did it. A bunch of other guys have still
As the
been
dude
doing
hits
it.
a ball.
I think you would just try to run and show that you care. Reincarnation of Steve Balboni just got a single.
What's crazy
It's
though
just
is,
so funny watching you.
but what's crazy is though is that the Braves during that game, they hustled out ground balls and beat out double plays. I mean, the Orioles did it too against them, and they just don't
That's what we did in
care.
the tournament. It was-
They just don't care. Abigail, if you ran like that, what would happen? What do I always
like
talk
the
about?
same thing as if what happened when I struck out looking at the one tournament.
Where,
Like so, he said, this is what would be your response. If
No,
you
but now,
if you
hold
do
on, be
that,
fair.
no. If you do that again, then you're gonna hear from me, and we will take you off the field and play with 8, and you can sit on the bench.
no. What did I tell you though when you first came over after you struck out looking the second at bat in a row in the
That's what they
championship
tweet.
game? What did I tell you
We'll sit you and we can play with 8.
before that? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. I was not happy.
I said if you do that again. I said if you strike out looking again, walk back to the other dugout.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
bother coming back to ours.
He said he looks at me and he goes like this. He has the gritted teeth and he's like, you did it again. You better go to the other dugout. And I was like, oh my god. And he was like, we'll take you off and we'll play with 8.
Yeah, I said if you strike out looking one more time, walk back to the other dugout. Don't bother coming
And
back to this one.
get a different ride home.
Yeah, I didn't say that. Maybe it could.
You said that.
It just drives me nuts. And then you watch these guys on TV just kind of dog it. They're just constantly dogging it. I mean, I'd lose my mind. I mean, it's just unacceptable. And then to just lie about it is another thing, right? I mean, come on. Give me a break. What do I always say, Ab? Worry about what? What are you supposed to worry about?
What you can control.
What you can control. Worry only about what you can control. What can you control?
Oh.
Speak into the mic. Let's go.
I'm sorry, my ear hurts because it's not like my ideal head size.
These are $4,000 headphones, and you can't. They uncomfortable?
You better get a refund. You know how many books I can do with that much money?
They were $4,000.
I was gonna say,
What can you control?
your hustle,
Your hustle.
your motivation, your speaking of the negatively thoughts. You're speaking of the thoughts. Your verbalization of negative thoughts.
That's right. Worry about what you can control. You can control hustle. These guys are losing. They're getting their asses kicked, and they won't even run. The one thing you should be doing is running hard at least. I don't know.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find something. The camera's on you. Well, what I do as Ab is I put the camera on you when I'm trying to look for something. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. I know exactly what you mean.
So tell us a story real quick. while I do this. So anyway.
What story should
So
I
anyway,
tell?
so anyway, Zach Short playing really well. I don't know what's going to happen.
Tell me to tell a
with
story.
Yeah, I'll just cut you off.
I think of a story. Then you stop. What's a good softball story? You probably already talked about how someone threatened to kill you at the field, right? Have you talked about that yet?
I don't know if I talked about that one.
Well, we'll recap anyways. So basically, we were at this one tournament. I think Abby Paserba was there, right? Yeah, I think she was. And we were at this tournament. By the way, we go to this tournament like every year still. And you know what happened? So what did they thought you told the little girl?
So what happened was the girl was when we were stealing second base, the second baseman to back up the play would wait and watch the girl running and run late
And
to
block
back,
her.
Yeah, and
And
block
nothing
her,
was
right?
said.
So nothing was being said. So our runners would slow down, slide into second, almost be out. So between innings, right, I went to the umpire. All the girls were coming off the field. I was walking off the field, and I just went over to the umpire and I said, "Hey, next time, just watch." And I said it very quietly. Just watch when they're stealing, or when we're stealing, their second baseman is cutting in front of our runner to slow her down. I said, I can see what they're doing. She's watching, and she's waiting, and she starts to run so she can impede, the progress of our runner. I said, so just keep an eye on it. What happened?
And the coach was like, "What did you say? What'd you say to what is it, his daughter, right? It was his daughter, right? What'd you say to this kid?" And then you were like, I didn't. And then he was like, and then they got into it, right? And he goes, "They'll find your
Yeah, they said
body in the woods."
Yes, they said I threatened a 10-year-old girl.
What is that?
While she was running off the field, I threatened a 10-year-old girl.
Here we go. This is it.
Hey yo, we just listened to this.
I got technical difficulties because I don't have my guy here. I don't have my producer here.
You're just not a technologically advanced dude.
No, I'm the worst.
You couldn't find the search button.
I had it on
Oh my
here.
gosh, what was the video of me talking about Joe Girardi?
It's on here. I just can't find it.
Well, you need to. Well, oh my gosh, because you're on the sports rants playlist. You can't be on the playlist. You have to be on the videos and then scroll down. Like keep scrolling. Scroll down.
So anyway, the guy comes over to guy's waiting for me in the first base coaching box. Here's what's crazy. You ready? So listen to this. Waiting for me in the first base coaching box as I'm going back over to coach first. And I said to the other coach, I was like, all right, well, I said, just keep an eye because that guy's waiting for me. As I go over there, he waits there and he's this far from my face. And I said, I said, what's the problem? I said, if there's a misinterpretation, he goes, no, you're going to this is word for word, by the way. No, you're going to let me talk right now. If you ever threaten my daughter again, they're going to find your effing body in the woods. And I was like, oh, yeah, they're going to find my body in the woods?
He didn't get kicked out either.
No, he drops a huge F-bomb, which I'm not going to say because I never say that stuff in front of my kids. Now, as this dude is right here, like he's literally, his face is red. I honestly feel he's about to kill me. Like he's going to try to punch me.
He was a big muscular dude too.
Yeah, and I'm like,
he was like a short, muscular, like kind of.
Yeah, but
like grizzly bear.
No, a real piece of shit is what he even looked like one too, right? So at the end of the day, he's like right here, and out the corner of my eye, because there's no fence for the fans at this field on the side, the mom starts to run up on the field behind me. So from the side, I see this woman charge the field at me. So I
Wait,
turn,
she did? I didn't even know this
so
happened.
I turn sideways because I'm like, I might have to throat punch this guy while I'm like just holding her off.
Some Karate Kid type stuff.
So everybody gets their cell phones out because they're thinking this is going to be on the nightly news. And so nothing ends up really happening. I just walk off the field. I'm like, I'm not going back over there because I don't need this shit.
I don't know what you're going to do.
So the tournament director gets called over.
Do you want me to find that video?
The tournament director comes over, and the guy is not thrown out of the game. By the way, I was like, I could call the police right now. So he's like, my daughter's over there crying. I go,
so is mine.
why? I go, but now my daughter's crying because you threatened to murder me. I was talking to an umpire about a backup play at second base, and she's crying over that. Yet you just threatened to murder me in front of everybody.
And I wasn't even bawling my eyes out either. That kid was like, "What?" And I was just kind of like sniffling a little bit. I wasn't like bawling. She was like bawling her eyes out. Yeah, next time don't play dirty unless you have to.
Amy, my wife was like, "Oh, kill him." Oh, kill him.
Okay, keep going. Yeah, there you go. Just keep scrolling down. There's another one where I'm just like, he's going to take a Ben McAdoo. Oh my god.
The video's gone.
No. There's another video about Joe Girardi down there.
There's one I could play here.
Oh my god.
This is a good one.
The crazy New York thing sports fans say. 9-year-old gives her opinion on Joe Girardi and Ben McAdoo. Oh, that's the one.
No, that's not the one from the dugout.
No,
though.
no,
We're in the
that's not what
dugout.
I'm saying. That's the one. Oh, wait. Where's the one where I'm talking about he's getting benched for Geno Smith and I'm in my nightgown? I'm in my monkey nightgown. My hair hasn't been brushed in probably multiple days.
Here's one. Here's a video. I'll play this real quick. This is only a minute.
Oh, God.
It's so long. This is a video we made. This is the New York sports fan. This is why the New York sports fan drives me crazy. Abigail's impersonation.
I was 9. Keep in mind, I was 9 years old. No!
The season ends today, and they should be in the playoffs. If the Jets did better in the fourth quarter, they'd be 7-2. The refs in NHL are totally against the Rangers.
Kyle Tuckerman.
LeBron James sucks. I don't even want him on the Knicks. Henrik Lundqvist is the greatest goalie of all time.
Oh, hail the king!
That's Jake.
Henrik Lundqvist sucks. Get him out of here. We gotta get Eli out of here. I mean, he just looks so dumb. I hope the Jets lose every game so we get the first pick. I hope the Giants lose every game so we get the first pick. I hope the Knicks lose every game so we get the first pick. I hope the Nets lose every game so we get the first pick.
Nick falls off his chair.
City Field is way nicer than Yankee Stadium. I miss Shea Stadium. LeBron James is overrated. Kobe Bryant is overrated.
Legend.
Michael Jordan is overrated. Yes, the Knicks got Carmelo.
These are not my opinions, by the way.
Why are they re-signing Carmelo? Yes, Phil Jackson's our GM. Phil
I don't know what that
Jackson's
means.
in this organization.
What does GM even mean? Game manager.
General manager.
Oh, I was close. But like, okay, I was 9, number 1. And number 2, he was like, he told me what to say, right? So these are not my personal opinions, okay? Let me just get that, like, straight. Yeah, thank you, Nadine. Just let Abby find the video.
I'm sorry.
God, Nick. Oh, yeah. Hunter Street. There we go, Andrew.
That put up the H. Put up the H.
Oh my God, every day walking out of the 6th grade classroom, I would go like this and go, Hunter Street, and walk out of the class.
I wonder. Yeah. So the amount of hustle that the Yankees have, and then they sit there and then wonder why you have one of the worst records in the American League. And then it's almost like it's like, woe is me, right? Aaron Hicks walks around with this woe is me face on, the same as Gary Sanchez, the same as Gleyber Torres. And these guys walk around, and then you see people on Twitter and Facebook, and they're like, oh, Yankees can't catch a break.
Gary Sanchez.
You know, we can't catch a break. The Yankees can't catch a break. What are you doing to deserve a break? You can't even run 90 feet. Do you think you're doing anything to deserve a break? Now, if they've watched their own game film, they will see that when they take better at bats, they don't chase out of zone, right? They don't swing at bad pitches. They're more patient.
This is like stuff, they're doing stuff that like I would get in trouble for doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's stuff that it wouldn't be acceptable in any level. I mean, it's stuff. And look, I get it. Some guys will dog it down the first baseline on routine ground balls, and I've seen a lot of people say, well, you only notice it when they're losing. Well, no, a lot of us actually notice it when they're winning, because it still should be unacceptable. Just because they're winning doesn't mean you should just not be able to run.
Yeah, you get so triggered sometimes that in your rants you tag Aaron Boone.
I'm just constantly tweeting at Aaron Boone that picture of George Steinbrenner staring. Constantly just showing.
He definitely knows who you are now. It's like when you went to that hockey game. Oh no, that was me that was yelling at the hockey person, right?
That was you yelling at the goalie, correct?
Yeah, I'll never. Oh my God. So apparently, when we went to an NHL game, I was yelling at the goalie the whole entire time, and he'd always like sneak a look at me to see who I was.
Yeah. So what would happen is the goalie for the it was minor league hockey, the Devils game up in Albany, and this goalie gave up 3 goals in about the first 2.5 minutes. So finally, Abigail yells through the glass. Like we were sitting in the front, and there's like a little crack in the glass, and she like puts her mouth up to the crack of the glass and yells, "Hey, how old are you? Like 4? You were like this tall."
I don't even remember it.
She just yells through the glass, "Hey, goalie, could you stop one puck? Just one puck?" Like that. Just like that. "Can you stop one puck? Just stop one puck."
He didn't stop me either.
And I was just sitting there, and everybody in the section was just cracking up. And I'm like, "Oh, she's right. Stop
What is
one
that?
puck."
Oh my god, what is that thumbnail? You're just like, there it is. There's the one with me and my monkey. That's where I'm like,
Yeah, here's doing your
Me
homework.
doing my
Doing your homework
homework.
with Jake's helmet on. Halloween.
oh my god, I look like I got beat up.
Where's the one? Where's the one
That's
with
in
you?
Jake's room. Oh my god, my dad went to go to get Ben McAdoo.
There's one on here. There it is.
Yes, there it is. Oh
Hold on.
Hey guys, Daddy coming for the near
Hold on.
no. Oh my
Hold on.
god. Why did it start like that? I look like I look
Hold on.
like the person that's just like the villain in this story.
How old are you? This is 2017, Abigail.
I was 8. Wait.
Robinson Cano didn't run either. Yeah, and the Yankees didn't give him any money.
We are a huge Abby fan. Wait, we are huge Abby fans. Best show ever. Big Jim and I watch every week. Yeah, exactly. I get the views in. It's me.
Who is it?
What?
Who gets the views?
Me.
Tell the people.
I get the views.
All right, let's check. Hold on a second. You want to watch this? You want me to play it?
Yeah. Fact. He said fact.
Who said facts?
Ryan Dybert. Oh God, this is gonna fall.
Ready? You have to understand that Abigail loved Joe Girardi. Absolutely
I
loved
love
Joe
Joe Girardi. Oh my God, didn't I say it was like losing an uncle in the family?
Yes, losing Joe Girardi leaving the Yankees. She actually quoted, and it's somewhere on a video. It's like losing an uncle.
I know what video it is.
Sorry, Uncle Corey, but we lost Joe Girardi, and he's more important than you.
That's not fully true. I'm just kidding. That's not true.
All right, let's play it. And Facebook, I do have the rights to this content, just in case you try to block it.
Hey guys, Daddy coming for the next. The Yankees, they did it. They won the wild card. But now they're playing against the best team.
I got stung by a bee after this.
History, the Cleveland Indians. You guys have killed Joe Girardi and Brian Cashman. Meanwhile, Joe Girardi has made the right moves, and Brian Cashman has made the perfect minor league system. Time to give them the credit they deserve. Whenever they make the wrong moves, you guys are always like, "Oh, you should fire him
Stutter.
or him." But whenever they make the right moves, put somebody in that deserves to be in, you guys don't give them enough credit. Now,
I'm scared of myself.
time to give Joe Girardi his contract. Thank you guys for watching. Like it and share it with your friends.
Oh no! I really hope Abby Paserva still isn't watching this right now. I really hope she isn't.
Hey guys, Daddy.
Oh,
No,
play it
never
again,
again,
Sam.
never
Play it
again.
again.
Wait, I know what video it is that's like losing an uncle. It's further up.
It's like
the
losing an uncle. Hold
it's
on.
the one where I'm like next to you, I think. Go up more. Go up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That one right there. I think it's that one.
Game 7 ALCS. Yankee Stros.
Did?
I don't know. There's no analysis. There's no nothing. Just throw everything out the window. All hands on deck.
I think it's gonna either be a close game. It's gonna be a complete.
Fight!
That's either way, right? I mean,
I know. 'Cause I just
No,
don't want to be
you're
wrong.
like you're
My
like
troll's
Terrence
robe.
Mills. Let's state the obvious.
I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah. You're a female Cranch. You're never wrong.
Thank you.
Yankees Astros. Enjoy the game, everybody. Again, just relax, enjoy,
I'm in my room.
and see what happens. Go Yanks.
That wasn't it. That was just embarrassing for me. Why do you keep this stuff?
This is great because I haven't watched these in.
Halloween is over and it's another success.
I haven't watched these videos in
Listen
forever.
to Abby. Oh my god. Abby, that's the one where I'm talking about Geno Smith.
Hey guys, it's Abby. I'm just gonna dive right into the point here. Eli Manning got benched for Geno Smith. Like, just say it out loud. Just let it sink in. Just say Eli Manning got benched for Geno Smith. And just let it, like, sink in. Geno Smith is not your guy. Eli Manning is your guy. Like, Geno Smith can't replace Eli Manning. Like, why would you do that? He's got 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He's played in every game. He's made the Giants, like, better as a team. Like, Geno Smith? Really? I can't believe the Giants and Ben McAdoo benched Eli Manning for Geno Smith. Geno Smith. Really? Come on, everybody. Hey, guys. It's
No. Ow, my ears.
Abby's great. I mean,
No, I'm an icon.
what an icon.
I'm an icon.
Beyonce now?
Oh, that's
Mother
Lady-
Teresa?
No,
Let's not get carried
No,
away.
I'm Cleopatra.
Huh?
I'm Cleopatra.
Good Lord.
Where's the one where? Now this.
Look, at the end of the day, I try not. I watch sports. Here's my problem. I'll be honest, right? So,
Oh God, no. Abby, if you saw that, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I try to not get mad when I watch professional sports.
It doesn't
And-
work. It does not work at all.
Yeah, and everybody in my house is like, I just start to like watch, and I just all of a sudden I have this,
Trying to sleep, and he's like, "Bah!"
And
and,
I-
I'm like, shut up.
and I'll have this outburst, right? And I just have a complete outburst, and then they look at me and they're like, it's not even
Psychopath.
Yeah, but they're like a couple times, like Amy's like, it's not even a team that you like. It's not even one of your teams. I'm like, yeah, but I hate stupid baseball. I hate bad baseball or dumb play.
Why would you let me sit in my nightgown and do those videos in my robe and be like, I'm in my robe? Like, who was like, that's a good idea?
You're trying to get me canceled now.
I'm not. What?
Can't gonna
How
get
is
me
that
canceled.
canceled?
Who knows? They want to cancel people for everything. Will you stop moving that thing?
I'm
around?
trying to fix it, okay? These headphones are too big for my my head. It's like curling my ears. I'm trying to find a comfortable position. If you can sniff, I can do this.
I was watching the Mets the other day. Jacob deGrom is just a goat.
Razor?
I don't care if you want to answer it. It's not like it's on it.
Hello?
Hold on, let's see what we got here.
Guess I'm in your house. I'm in your house. We're live right now.
I muted her. I don't want to listen to it. So you could call if anybody wants to call and ask Abby a question. 845-366-2095. 845-366-2095. She'll give you an opinion. She'll give you an opinion. It might be might be crazy.
I don't have a bad opinion.
Yeah, Jacob deGrom, dominant. I mean, he had like, I don't know how many strikeouts he had. I mean, he pitched a complete game, which is rare. I mean, he's just dominant. It's a shame that he's on the Mets because he's just going to waste away there because they don't give him any run support. You know?
Ryan Dybert's backing you up like multiple times.
That's because he knows.
Well, he also said facts when I said I bring in the views. Oh my god.
Oh, we got a caller.
Oh great.
All right, let's see what it says. You ready?
It's probably Dybert.
Hello, you're on. Hold on.
Nick?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Hi. Is this the New York Knicks?
Yeah, it is. Who's this?
This is the Ferraro house.
Oh, how are you?
Hey, we are good. Big Jim wants to know, what position does Abby play?
I'm a pitcher, a catcher, and a shortstop.
A pitcher, a catcher, and a shortstop.
Yes.
Well, Big Jim's eyes just popped out of his head. He said, "You're a softball dream."
Yeah. Mike, you're gonna break the microphone.
I'm trying to fix it.
Nadine, when is your next
Pop-up?
Yeah, we missed the one on Saturday because we were down at Mariners because we were out at a tournament. But do you have anything else coming up?
We do. So we're at the Upstate Original is going to be at the. We have a few things for you guys, so we'll get those to you before your next show. Or if you come Saturday, we're going to be at our. We're starting up our Midtown Vendor Fair, Upstate Original and Broadway Art. We'll be at the corner of Broadway and Elmendorf in the Radio Kingston parking lot from 11 to 4.
Okay, so people should check that out. We will be. Jake has his first varsity game, and I think we have a tournament up near Albany.
By the way, Leo, every time he wears that little Upstate Original sweater, he is a model. He just walks out into the room just like, yeah, look at me. I'm the star of the show. I'm the main character. He loves it.
We love that you guys support us. But, Abby, Big Jim has a question for you.
So you're a Yankee fan, right, Abby?
Yeah.
And you're a catcher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Gary Sanchez, are you a fan of his?
No.
Nick's not.
No, I'm really
So
not.
a few games back, I just want to tell you this, just for something that you should never ever do.
Hand in front of the glove?
But a few games back, he got hit in the hand.
Yeah.
On a hand that shouldn't have been where it was. Did you see that?
Yes, I saw that. He showed it to me, and they showed it to the whole softball team, and because he loves proving his points. So like, what?
Your dad showed you?
Yeah, because I think I was at modified tryout, so I didn't see it right when it happened, but he showed it to me, and because he was talking to me about how I have to like put my hand behind my back.
But what was I saying at practice 2 days before that happened to Gary Sanchez?
You're gonna get hit, and then they're gonna take first.
We were working on the footwork and the throws down to second, and we were working with the catchers on the snap throws to third and first. And I kept saying, you girls got to put your hand behind your back. I said, because if you get a foul tip, it's gonna break your finger. 2 days later, it happened to Gary Sanchez. I rewound the TV, I recorded it, and I took it to practice, and I showed him.
Well, did you also see when Gary Sanchez just like when someone was warming up and he didn't have like a face mask on and the ball just hit him like in the face?
That's right.
That's right. He deserved that.
He did.
we do just want to say that watch you guys, and we try to watch every week because we really truly miss these days that you are having with your dad, and Nick, that you're having with your daughter and your son, because you can never get those back. So we are living again through you. We love watching you guys and enjoy every second because it really does go so fast, Yeah. Not everybody gets to spend the time with their kids like that and enjoy or whatever, but we did, man. We did a lot of sacrificing so that we could, and it was worth absolutely every moment. So we will continue to watch you and support you, Abby, and your brother and your dad, because we love when he gets heated.
Yeah.
I can't say the same. It happens too much, not on camera.
Listen. We had baseball player and we had softball players. There was no parent brawling like that of the softball players.
That's right.
Parents. I mean, they're just it's a definite breed, Nick. We used to just sit in the stands and laugh like it was the best. I mean, I was maybe in a couple, but it was really, really. So enjoy every moment. We're going to continue to keep watching you, Abby, and please let us know when you and your brother play local. Okay?
Awesome.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Enjoy. Good night.
Good night. So
We will be at the Rebels Rumble in Canton Field.
yes,
this
July.
Summer. Coming this summer.
Some point in July.
Is this like in my face again? Or is it?
It's funny.
Is this in my face again? Or is it
Yeah, it is kind of. Yeah, it's funny because we came back. We did
Mustang.
that Pennsylvania tournament, right, Ab, a couple weeks ago, and
With the dome one or the one
the dome one,
outside
the
one?
dome one, right? So we went to the dome, and Jake is now 16, and he's got his license, and he's driving, and he's got varsity practice on Saturday. And for those of you that know Jake,
He's not like me.
he's not gonna miss a practice. There's no way in hell that he's gonna miss a practice, right? He's just like, I don't care. I'll go to practice. I'll find a way. I'll stay somewhere. I'll whatever, right? So, but now he's 16. He stays home. My mother-in-law is there. Can go over and check on him and stuff like that. But was driving back because this just goes to Nadine's point about the time is quick, right? So we're driving back from the tournament, and I'm driving, and Amy's in the passenger seat, and I'm like, driving. I look at it. It was like I felt like a TV commercial as I was doing this. So I'm driving.
Haven't we all at some point?
Huh?
Haven't we all felt like we were in like a movie or something
Yeah.
at some point?
So I'm driving, and I look, and I look over, and Amy's there, I don't know, doing whatever on her phone. I look in the back, and Abby's just kind of chilling on her phone, and I look in the rearview mirror into the seat behind me, and it's empty. I'm like, ugh. Jake's not there.
Please don't give me this sappy
No,
stuff.
no,
right now.
but
Did you
it's-
see Mom's comment? These days are long, but the years are short. That's some like live, laugh, love stuff right there.
I'll put that on a frame and put it up in the kitchen above the sink.
With pictures of us playing someone. I can say this because Mom's not here right now.
Yeah. Well, guess what?
I'm
we
gonna
have to go
hear
home. Yeah. So anyway, I was sad. I was like, oh, there's Abby. Like, and I looked, and the Jake seat was empty, and I'm like, it's over. Like it's like
It's over.
It's not over, but he's
Whoa.
he's gonna be
Where'd he go?
he's gonna be playing in places and playing in front of colleges now this summer, and then that's it, right? Like,
And then it's just me. Darn.
we're going to be with you at some tournaments. I'm going to be with you at mostly all your tournaments. We're going to try to go out to the Boston Open when he's playing, and then drive back to play in the Rumble, and maybe go back and forth. And
Mom said, we got a point.
she said you have to come home at some point.
Oh, I thought.
No,
I
because
thought
she messed
said
up.
point us.
Yeah. No.
Darn it.
You have to come home at some point.
You have to come home at some pong.
You do. I mean, I guess technically I don't. Right? Like,
If you're running, I'm taking you down with me. What are you talking
I'll
about?
just pull what a lot of other male Crances did before and say I'm going to get milk and knock him back.
It's not just male Crances. It's a lot of people. There's so many jokes going around. That's like my dad coming back after 10 years with the milk
Yeah.
jug in his hand.
That's right. Wait till
I'm
like
back.
No, I'll show up. I'll show up when
It's like that baseball
running
card
you're running for
documentary we
president.
watched.
You're running for president, and
And you'll show up and be like, "Hey, look at me! I'm
hey,
here!
I'm back. I'm back.
And I'll be like,
I found
"No,
I found the
leave."
milk. I found the milk.
It's like that baseball card documentary that we watched on Netflix. Remember that?
Oh shit! Yeah, with the guy.
Yeah, and he left the day after his bar mitzvah or something like that.
the dad just bolted.
And then he was like, and he's like, "Do you regret doing this?" And he was like, "No, I started a new family. I have a new life." He's like, "I don't regret it." We were like,
Yeah, no, I'm not going anywhere. Listen, you got a place to go. The Paserba said you can move in with them. Careful what you wish for, people.
Listen. Nick will gladly take Emmy. He loves Emmy.
Oh, Emmy's the best. Emmy's the best. My favorite sibling, bar none. Like other like team sibling.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I was like,
No. Well, you already think that Jake is the.
He's the golden boy. We call him the little prince at home. 'Cause we call him the little prince. Because he doesn't have to get up and get his own silverware.
No, he does.
Or
'cause
make his
there's
own
no way-
salad.
No.
Well, you stop it.
He's like, give me a spoon. Give me this. Give me that. Give me a
I
napkin.
made him a sandwich once, and he yelled at me because the mayo was in the wrong spot.
I gotta turn your mic down. Holy shit.
He yelled at me because my mayo, like his mayo, was in the wrong spot.
What do you mean the mayo was in the wrong spot? He yelled at you because you put the mayo on wrong?
Yeah, he yelled at me because I put the mayo on the cheese and not the bread or something like that.
He's like mom. See, he is more like mom, and you're more like me. Jake would not sit there and talk like this.
Allie calls Jimmy the golden child. See, every family has got their golden boy.
That's right.
Listen, the Earth. I mean, the planets revolve around the sun, not the daughter.
Where'd you hear that? You didn't just make that up, did you? There's no way you just made that up.
What?
There's no way you just made that up.
No, I didn't make it up. It was from Wonder. Oh my God, 5th grade. It was from Wonder, and then the girl's having her sad moment when Augie's like in the light, and she's like, "Well, the Earth does revolve around the sun, not the daughter." So I kind of took it.
Yeah, that was pretty good. You could have just told me that you made that up. But,
Listen, I don't plagiarize.
But you just did. Oh, but you gave credit, so you didn't really plagiarize.
Yeah, I said I didn't plagiarize.
That's right. All right. But Jake is like your mom.
Yes, very high maintenance.
No, well, I don't want to say high maintenance.
Well, Jake is high maintenance.
I would say that Jake said to you that
be careful wording this.
Yeah.
Be careful. Please be careful. I pray to God. Mom, this is not my opinion. Please just chat.
Jake said the mayo was in the wrong spot on the sandwich. Like I fold the towels wrong. At the end of the day, the towel is still folded almost basically the exact same way. Right?
I'm just looking at the TV waiting for Mom to comment like I'm coming over there right now with a fist emoji.
I'm just saying. I fold the towels wrong. That's the one thing.
You fold the clothes wrong too. You don't even fold the clothes right.
Hold on, it's the fact that I'm folding clothes should be the thing that's highlighted, not the fact that I possibly folded the clothes wrong.
No. So what happened was I asked my mom, like, Mom, can I do my own laundry? Because like my stuff's never clean when I want it to be clean. So I was like, Mom, can I do laundry? She was like, No, you're gonna drown the house. I asked,
like the hose is gonna pop, like
yeah.
break.
I don't know what she
Water will go everywhere?
thinks. Oh wait, Andrea said something. I didn't see it.
Or 5.
What?
What?
No, there was another thing. The temperature in the car needs to be an even number or 5. Oh my God, the temperature wherever Mom is needs to be at least 95.
Yeah, it's not only that; it has to be stale, dank, just not move, non-moving air, and I'm just dying.
Like in the Wendy's. Oh my God, the Wendy's we went to in the tournament.
Dying in the car, and I'm like, how do you just?
Your stuff is never. Oh God.
How do you have no?
I'm not going home I'm sleeping over at Grammy's. I
don't know what she's talking about. Your stuff is never clean.
When I said my stuff is never clean when I want it to be clean. And she said your stuff is never clean. I'm not going home tonight.
That's you. That's on you. I'm just saying I don't fold the towels right.
That's on you.
Now you're trying to deflect and trying to pin this all on me.
Hey, but if I'm exactly like Nick.
Well.
I'm saying that's your mother. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is Mom. Yeah. So it can't be like an 81. It has to be like an 80 or a 90. That's what she's saying.
Yeah. Or like, we ride in the car, and I'm like, can I put the window down?
She's like, no.
I'm going to turn the air on. It's too cold. I'm like, I'm dying in here. Like, how do women just have, how can you
be careful,
just be in air that doesn't move?
Hello.
Air that doesn't move, just doesn't move.
Listen, Kenny, I'm irreplaceable now.
I don't understand. I don't understand. But we love her. We're gonna have trouble when we go home tonight because now you're talking shit about your mother. She's not gonna be happy.
Listen, who brought it up?
I just said I folded the towels
wrong.
You went off on a tirade about it.
I brought up Jake. He brought up Nick. Mom. I just called her Nick.
Yeah. Now you're even deeper in the doghouse.
Grammy, if you're watching, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'm just like scaredly waiting for Mom to like say something.
No. Mom would never.
I spit in your dinner. Good.
Oh man, that's messed up. You know what? I think maybe you should go live with the Paservas. It might be, you might be better off. It might be better for you. Maybe just not to go home.
Make the couch up. Nick is not getting in bed tonight. I'm not getting in the house tonight.
I like the couch. I gotta be honest.
He does like the couch. I'll wake up and I'll walk down in the morning. And I'm like, oh my god. And then he's like, what? And I'm like, why are you sleeping on the couch? He's like, it's comfortable.
I tried to watch Nomadland last week.
Fell asleep within the first 5 minutes.
15 minutes in, I was out. Fell asleep.
I'm a mind reader.
Like it won the best Oscar, which by the way, I didn't watch the Oscars, but I was
Oh,
hot,
yes, yes. I think that'll make Abby happy too.
yeah.
What if
Tacos
this is
every
just
day.
Abby commenting through her account
Yeah.
the whole time?
Yeah, tacos every day. But I saw that Nomadland won Best Picture, and I turned it on, and I fell asleep 15 minutes later.
Yeah,
It
what
was
even
rough.
happened at the Oscars? Did any good movies win anything?
Nah, people were mad because Anthony Hopkins won, so I don't know. First of all, if you're mad about the Oscars, I'd say I mean, I don't like if you still watch that. You still watch? Who watches that anymore?
Yeah, there's no way we're adding Mom, or else this is gonna get heated really quick, and someone's going down.
Nadine, I tried to get her on to come in. I said she's got to come in and sit
She's
in the
gotta
third
call.
mic. I said she's got to call. She's got to do. She refuses. She won't do it. She won't do it.
I'll come. I bring in the views. Everyone likes the views.
Oh,
I bring in
now
the
you're
views.
getting cocky.
I'm not getting cocky. Oh my god! Look!
now we're getting
Look!
cocky.
It is. It's your homie Abby. Please. Oh my god.
Abby pitched good this weekend.
Wait, did
she
Abby
got
see those videos?
She just got a couple bad
Wait,
breaks.
Abby, comment if you saw those videos, because if you did, that's very.
No, she did
embarrassing.
comment. She said she was watching. They're very embarrassing. I mean, they're on YouTube for the world to see.
Yeah, they're so embarrassing. I'm 9 years old, wearing my nightgown, yelling into a microphone about Geno Smith. And acting like I'm a villain in a movie.
You're a villain. You're a villain in real life. I've always said that I think. Here we go. How long is this one? This one's long. Hey everybody, Nick here. So you may recall about a month ago I made a Dapper.
video, defending Georgia Barty and how we got back and
This is it.
all these other things and give his
Get to the
contract.
point.
And yes, so I broke the news story that Brian Cashman and the Yankees have asked Joe Girardi not to come back.
Wait, Brian Cashman's a part of this?
Yes, Brian Cashman is a part of this. He's the general manager of the Yankees. So
Okay,
he
forget
kinda-
what I said before. Like, just forget that.
What you said about Brian Cashman?
Yes. Fire Brian Cashman. Now, like, yes, fire him. I don't care what I said in the past. Everything can change in 1 second. So guess what? Brian Cashman, you should get fired. And also, by the way, losing Joe Girardi is like a loss in my family.
Hold on a second. Let's go back. Hold on.
Oh no.
Here it is. Here it is. Joe Girardi losing his job as the Yankee manager. This is what it equated to in Abby's mind.
And also, by the way, losing Joe Girardi is like a loss in my family.
I don't know if I think
Because
it's that
it's like, this is really harsh on me because I am a real fan of Joe Girardi and the Yankees. Really?
So Joe Girardi not coming back, you're equating to a loss in the family? Wow. All right, I mean, I wouldn't take it. It's very high. I don't know if I'd go as far as a loss in the family, but I get it.
Get it?
So Brian Cashman should be fired. Joe Girardi apparently is an uncle in the family, in the Krantz family.
His name is not Joe Girardi, it's Joe Krantz.
So
Joe
where do,
Girardi Krantz.
okay, so where do the Yankees go from here? I mean, do you think they should hire a young manager, a manager with experience, or
I think they should
They got neither.
hire a manager that's like young and fresh. Like,
yes.
because you know how like all
You're
the
just
people
staring into the
that have
souls.
already like experienced a lot and stuff. Kind of like older baseball. You want someone new and fresh.
Want somebody new and fresh.
Yes.
But old in
You want a
baseball.
new fresh manager.
Yes.
So where do you think the Yankees go? Let's talk about next year. So they only one game away from the World Series. Do you think they had a gentleman before that named Joe? You know,
Well, before Joe Torre.
you got to do your research. I can't have you on the
like
show
Peppa Pig.
if you don't know if you're not going to do your research.
Why you should just shut up?
Now you're gonna do like you're just gonna
No,
come
you
back
should
and
just
just say.
shut up. No, you should just shut up. It's like you're on Brian Cashman's side now.
I'm not
Like,
on-
get out of here.
I'm not on Brian
no,
Cashman's
get
side.
out of
I'm
here.
not on Brian Cashman's
Get
side.
out of
I'm
here.
just saying.
No, get out of
At the
here.
end of the day,
New York Knicks signing off for now.
No.
You're just like your mother.
What? What just happened? Yeah, that's a diss to mom, apparently.
Nick Krantz for Yankee manager. Now we got some people
No.
speaking some sense.
No.
Mike Raposa. That's the smartest thing you've ever said. Raposa.
It could be worse if you're doing that now. Yes. It could be worse. But I might be doing it off camera. By the way, I just want to make it known that suit Nick is wearing in the video, he only put on for the video.
No, that's not true.
Yes.
No,
it
it's not. I
is
probably
true.
just was coming from work.
I doubt that.
I've shown up to practices in a suit. I showed up to a practice. Check this out. I showed up for a flag football. I was practicing doing flag football.
Why thanks?
And I showed up in a suit because I was coming from work. I think I was coming from like Boston or something, Philly. And I shot up, get the flag football practice, show up in my suit. And one of the kids says, "Yo, coach." The kids were like 8 and 9, 10. "Yo, coach, today was today picture day?" I said, "Nah, man, it wasn't picture day. We don't have picture days when you're 40. That was probably like 37.
Picture day. Oh, by the way, I got my
dressed up.
picture day pictures today. I didn't give them to you.
Let me see your smile. Hold on.
No.
Show us your picture day smile. Look into the camera and show us what your picture day smile is. You don't want to do it, do you? What is it?
No.
It's not how you smile. It's like, I can't do it.
Oh my God.
I can't do it.
See, Pasturbas, I need help. SOS.
It's
not fair.
like you're like
Donald ducking it.
Jake. You and Jake have the. I'm gonna be honest. You guys have some of the worst. Got it. You guys have some of the worst smiles in your pictures. Like there's
Oh my
there's like
God!
there's two there's one of each of you where like the smile looks natural.
ya?
The other ones look like, holy cow, you're like forcing it.
Let me
You're,
see
like,
your picture day
uptight.
pictures.
Huh?
Let me see your picture day
No, you
pictures.
don't want to see that from when I was a kid.
Yes.
No, you don't want to see that.
Yeah, exactly. Amy and I have the best picture. Yes, you do. Your team's profile picture is each other, just like that.
What are you talking about?
Their team's profile picture. So on Teams, there's like this little profile picture that shows up next
Of
to your name.
who?
So my mom has a picture of Andrea like this, and Andrea has a picture of my mom like this, and that's each other's profile picture.
Maybe they should move in together.
And then I could go to the Pasturbas, and then Jake is just with you. How is that gonna go over? How is that gonna go? It's not gonna go over.
Nah, we love Amy.
I love Amy.
She's the best. She's the best. She's the best. You're the best around.
Oh my God!
Never
Wait,
gonna ever
wait.
keep
Let me
you
tell
down.
you. Let me tell you
You're
the
the best
story of English class in this
around.
song. So I was gonna go get an eye check. By the way, I have 20/20 vision, whatever that means. And
That means you're not like your brother or
And-
your mother because they
my
can't
God.
see
Putting-
this
putting-
Kingston sign right
yes,
here in front of them.
putting my mom's glasses on is like putting drunk goggles on. I swear to God, I can't move. But that's besides the point. So I just got done. Like my mom's.
Drunk goggles.
I said drunk.
How do you know about drunk? How do you know what that means? Yeah, caught.
No, drunk goggles. Like people in YouTube videos use them, and like you have to put the drunk goggles on. You like run around, like you run around. Like it's like goggles that like it makes you all dizzy, and and so I was in English class, right? And I had my mic unmuted, telling my teacher about how I accidentally sprained my mom's wrist. And my mom goes up to Nick and goes really loud. She goes, "Alexa, play," and then the song. And then so it starts playing this song. And my mom was like, "I could crane kick you in the face if I wanted to." And then Nick was like, "No, you couldn't." And then she goes, "Yes, I will." She starts going, "Whoa," and all I could hear from my room was, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." And then Nick's like, "Oh my God, stop!" And then the people in my class are cracking up because I don't realize it, but they can hear it. So my mom was like, "Whoa!" And then all of a sudden I hear like a boom, and then she starts slamming her foot down. That
Yes.
was embarrassing.
And I said I was, and
Me
then
and
I
my
said,
mom are big Cobra Kai fans.
and then I said and then I think I said, you better stop or I'm gonna kick your head off your shoulders.
yes.
And then Abby comes out and goes, guys, I'm in class on the microphone. Like, oh shit.
They were probably about to send Child Protective Services.
Yep. Send a guy with the red folder, taking Abby away, all because of Cobra Kai.
Okay, Cobra Kai is such a good show. Watch it. It's really good. Unless you haven't watch Karate Kid first.
You got to watch the Karate Kid movies, yeah.
Oh my god, looking back on it, it's so funny. Like Ralph Macchio's outfits in that movie were just so weird.
It was 1988, 87?
Had a sweet picture on Kingston City School District.
Yeah.
Is there anything else under that?
No, there's no picture there. Thank God.
Page the other day.
So, I don't know. 845-366-2095. 845-366-2095.
You're like SOS, emergency SOS.
We'll stay on for a couple more minutes if you got anything you want to ask.
And you broke my wrist because of Cobra Kai. That is, in fact, a fact. So basically what happened was my mom, we were like talking about Cobra Kai, and I jokingly went like this and took her arm and then twisted it behind her back like that. She goes, ow! And then she was already having like problems with her arm and stuff, so I don't think that's the only like thing, but it could be. I don't know. And I go like that. She's like, ow! A few weeks later, she comes back from school and she's like, Abby, look, and I'm like, oh my god, did I do that? And she was like, yeah. So I broke her wrist. Don't mess with me.
That's one thing. Abby,
I don't mess around.
Abby's strong. I mean, I don't know any other way to really say it. Ever since like young, like just strong, like just freakishly strong. When you were like really little, no, I mean like you were like one, maybe, I don't even know, and you were on these bars, and you were just you were just hanging like with your arm straight, like yeah, it was like ridiculous.
And then I lost
remember,
all that strength when I turned like 5.
Parents are like, "What the hell is going on over there?" You and Jake, freakishly strong.
Really? You had to bring. You had to.
No, I'll tell you this. I take that back.
I take that back. Jake's strong. Jake's.
I take that
Strong.
back. I take that back. At a younger age, you were stronger than Jake. There's no doubt. No, just the total, like upper half, lower half, just everything.
Nick,
Jake
what are
could
your
swing.
feelings on Fernando Tatis Jr.?
I'll get to him in a second.
Oh god.
Jake could always just swing. Jake could always swing a bat, right? It didn't matter how old he was. And when we'd go to birthday parties and they'd have the piñata.
They'd put me and Jake in the back.
Yeah, so they'd have the piñata and they would line everybody up from the smallest height wise in height order. And I remember being at a one of the birthday parties that somebody had, and they were lining everybody up, and this person put Jake at the end. So it was all these like kids. And then the tallest kid was there, and then Jake was at the end, and Jake was like 5. I mean, he was only this tall, because really now he's only this tall. So then he was about this tall.
He's pretty short. He's the Oompa Loompa.
Yeah. So he was only about this tall, and parents are like, why is that kid at like? It was almost like he was in trouble, right? Why is that kid at the end of the line? Why is that kid at the end of the line? And the mom was like, well, you'll see when he goes up to hit the piñata. And he just goes up and just destroys the piñata with one swing. He was a piñata destroyer at 4 and 5 years old. He just would swing. So he could never go first because nobody else would get to hit the piñata. Abby's the same way. They'd have to put her, it's just ridiculous.
No, let me tell you something. So I went like that story took place at, was it Little Gym or was it?
No, this was, I don't know where it was. It wasn't Little Gym.
It was at some sort of gymnasium, right? I think it might have been at Excel because I think I took the like little kid classes, and your girl might have been a gymnastics person, but guess why she quit?
Why?
Because the leotards were too itchy.
They were itchy?
Yes, that.
Never had that problem with my leotard. Never too itchy. Of course, I've never worn a leotard. Got me like I'm crazy.
Well, yeah. Amy Krantz needs to do a cameo. I will call her. She won't answer. But
No, there's no. Well, she can't. You can't get around on that phone anyway. I mean, you can get her on the phone, but it won't
You
come
think
through.
she answered?
No, there's no way in hell. What do I think about Fernando Tatis? The thing with Fernando Tatis, Dybert, is baseball has completely changed to where I don't think people really care. It's just home runs. People don't care about strikeouts. I don't really think they care about fielding, because if they cared so much about fielding, Clint Frazier wouldn't be starting for the Yankees, because he's just not a good fielder. Now, I'm not comparing Clint Frazier to Fernando Tatis Jr., because Fernando Tatis Jr. Hits much better than Clint Frazier, right? But at the end of the day, it's all about home runs. It's all about offense. It's about hitting the ball over the shift. They don't care about hitting away from the shift. Nobody cares about the errors. Nobody cares about the errors. It's a shame, too, because the game is suffering. And what happens is, there's something to be said for good pitching and good defense and being able to play the game right. Like hitting the ball the other way, and it's exciting, right? Like home runs will come. Home runs will always be a part of the game. But at some point, you got to make guys.
But they shouldn't be the main point. Like,
you
why
gotta,
you do it.
Yeah, you got to make guys run from first to third on a ball into the gap, right? You got to have guys play small ball.
It's like wanting to play really good in the season, but you don't practice in the off season.
Huh?
I don't know I don't know what you're talking about. I just wanted to come in. Nick, we all know you put
having
on
more errors than home runs is a problem, but he was injured, right? I mean, he was injured. He wasn't playing the field, but
Nick, we all know you put a leotard on your free time.
I don't have any free time.
Oh my God! Quote Abby. What do you want? What do you want to quote?
I'm either working or I'm at the diner.
The diner. You mean Uptown Coffee?
Uptown Coffee or the
when
diner.
When we're doing online school, the one day that I'm online, I wake up and I'm like on my computer, right? I'm just doing my current events or whatever, and then I look over and I'm like, maybe I should go ask Dad if he can make me some breakfast, because I always make breakfast for myself and Jake, by the way, because he burns the house down when he tries to make ramen noodles. So I'm on my computer, right? And I look over and I'm like, where's Nick? This is at the beginning of the year, right? And I'm like, where'd he go? So I look out and I'm like, where are you? I text him and he's like, I'm at Uptown Coffee. And it's like, when are you going to be back? And he said, at the end of the day. And he does it every single time. So he comes back right when we're done with school, like 10 minutes after we're done with school. 10 minutes after we're done with school, he'll waltz into the room with all of his baggage from his work day, and all of his papers and everything. I'm like, I don't even have to ask him where to go. By the way, if you want really good chocolate chip cookies, go to Uptown Coffee. They're the best chocolate chip cookies.
Did she pay you for that?
No.
Then don't say it. I'm just kidding.
Did Nadine pay us for this?
No.
But we still represent.
Huh?
We still represent.
All right. You're right. By the way, they are phenomenal chocolate. She's not shitting. They're phenomenal chocolate chip cookies.
They're hard on the outside, and then they're really soft and melted in the middle.
Yeah, the oatmeal raisin too. They're all good.
I don't like raisin.
That's more for me. Look, Dybert, at the end of the day, no, nobody. Listen, there's things that are going to happen. I was talking about this the other day with Adam from Uptown Coffee, who works there. There are things that are just that will never be broken. And by the way, there's no DH in the National League, right? So Fernando Tatis is going to have to play the field. If he hits 40 home runs and knocks in 120 RBIs, is anybody going to really look at his errors and care that much? Probably not, right? There are a few things, though, that'll never be broken. Cal Ripken's consecutive game streak will never be broken because they just sick guys.
What record got broken by the dude that was on steroids?
The home run record. The single season and the total home run record.
That shouldn't have gotten beat, right? Because
it was just, Roger Maris hit 61 home runs. Nobody came close for 40, 50 years. And then all of a sudden you had Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa in the same year.
Wasn't he a tiny guy, and then all of a sudden he came back and he
He wasn't tiny, but his head grew. His hat size grew.
His head grew.
Right? Yeah. So
I'm trying to fix this, man.
Mute till you fix that. There's certain records that'll never be broken, right? So the consecutive game streak won't be broken because they just sick guys. Just because. And sometimes guys need to be sat, right? I think, maybe Cal Ripken would have batted better than 270 or 260 if he would have sat a couple games. But it is what it is. There's something to be said for showing up for work every day, right? Pete Rose's hit streak will never be broken because of the shift in the way the guys hit the ball now, the way they play the game. 4,000 hits. I don't even know who's going to get 3,000. Who's going to hit? Is anybody?
He would still hit home runs today. Who, Cal Ripken?
Bonds? Who are we talking about? Who would still hit home runs? Anyway, the hits record is not going to be broken. I don't, the consecutive hit, the 56 game hitting streak's not going to be broken. I highly doubt that's going to be broken.
Barry Bonds.
The home run record, Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before he took steroids. He was one of the best players in baseball with the Padres, and then he went to the Giants. He was a great player. He just saw guys hitting all these home runs and said, well, I can do that. I can do that too. I can do it better than all of them if I had the help, because I'm better than all of them without it. If we're on a level playing field, I'm better than all of them without it. Listen, I'm not condoning it or saying it's right. I'm just saying it's probably the thought process, the mindset.
This is the only conversation I have no input in because I have no idea what's happening.
Talking about baseball, Ab, the greatest game ever.
This dude thinks
What?
I know you're talking about baseball.
Barry Bonds is not going to get in the Hall of Fame.
Let him in. No.
I mean, I'll let him in the studio if he wants to come on, but he can't get in the Hall of Fame.
Bring in the views.
I mean, let them all
Let
in.
them all in.
I mean, there's something to be said for that, I guess, too, right? I mean, there you think guys that took steroids and cheated,
No.
no. But you could also say, well, steroids weren't illegal and this and the other thing, and names got
but
leaked from a
still,
list that should have been leaked.
Still,
Bah, bah,
it's
bah, bah, bah.
stupid.
Listen, people that should get let in, Shoeless Joe Jackson should get let into the Hall of Fame. It's ridiculous that he's not, because there's no evidence that he did anything to fix that World Series. He played great in that World Series. It's known that he was illiterate and was forced to sign that the lifetime ban, admitting and then getting the lifetime ban. Pete Rose should never get in the Hall of Fame.
Pitchers are cheating today.
Pitchers are we're talking
With
about
pine tar,
using,
right?
using a little bit of pine tar, Vaseline, I guess.
Well, who's the dude that came like really, really close to like he only had one person like not say he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, Jeter had everybody vote except for one.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, Mariano Rivera was the first and only unanimous. Everybody voted for him.
Yeah,
100%.
that's something. Spin rate. I don't
He's
know
just
what that
throwing
is.
all kinds of. So spin rate is, well, it depends. If it's spin rate and hitting, when you hit the ball, the faster it spins, right? So when I don't want to bring up Jake again, but if you go on Jake's profile, right, on PBR, when they do all that stuff, they have his spin rate, his exit velo, right? They measure all that stuff. Basically, if you have a high spin rate, the further the ball is going to go, and they talk about launch angle. In pitching, spin rate is if you can get a better grip probably on the ball, right? You can get a better spin rate. So if you have something tacky, and by the way, hitters will sometimes say, I don't care that he uses pine tar, because if it's giving him better control, I'd rather have him know where it's going at 90 instead of him not knowing where he's going to throw it and the ball hits me in the side of the head, you know? If you're using something that's more tacky and you get more spin rate as a pitcher, the more the ball's going to break when you throw it, right? So, Abby, you know how you throw when you're pitching and we're outside pitching and you throw, what do you throw? Screwball and a curveball?
I'm gonna change up.
Right? But you know how that ball moves, right? So when you let it go, it moves a little bit. So when you throw the curveball, it goes this way. Right? So you want to start it kind of at the hitter or over the middle so it curves outside. The screwball goes the other way. If you can get a way to get more spin on that when you throw it, the more it's going to move.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
need
can
to
use
find. I need to find out like because when I regularly pitch, like my pitch like just normally has a weird spin on it. Where
Well, your
like,
arm does a weird thing.
goes
Like your well, first
this.
of all, your elbow bends back further than.
I have a really weird.
So it's like
Arm?
the delivery is kind of weird.
I have a weird arm. This is my arm straight out. Like I have a weird arm. So like my arm does this weird thing where it like
It's weird.
moves. Like when I'm pitching, it moves really weird and it has like a spin on the ball even when I'm like just trying to pitch straight
Yeah,
fastball.
I think when you throw fastballs, they move just because of the release. I know Kurt Schilling. Does Kurt Schilling get into the Hall of Fame? Probably not, because he's just been
No.
a jerk to people and the writers. But to Abby's point, what she was saying is I don't understand how when you look in like, Joe DiMaggio gets like 78% or 80% of the vote. Like Ken Griffey Jr. doesn't get 100% of the vote. He had over 600 home runs. He's one of the greatest players of all time, offensively and defensively. And he can't get 100% of the vote? And it's crazy. Yeah, Nadine, there's no way anybody's breaking Cal Ripken's record. Even if somebody was healthy for 2 decades, they just rest guys. Pete Rose record will never get broken. Pete Rose is a guy who should never see the light of day of the Hall of Fame. I don't care what anybody else does that's in the Hall of Fame now or whatever they did and they get in the Hall of Fame. That's still not an excuse. Pete Rose should never be in the Hall of Fame. And we can debate that in a show one time if somebody wants to call in and give me all the reasons why Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, and I'll give you all the reasons why Pete Rose shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. And it would have to be a very good argument to change my mind. Pujols is not unanimous. There's no way Pujols is going to be unanimous. Even though he should be, there's guys that should be unanimous, right? If you look at somebody, if I said XYZ player, right, and you have to think, right, I don't know, are they a Hall of Fame? Then I would say no. If you're going to ask me if a guy's a Hall of Famer, I have to go, yes, immediately. Yes, Hall of Famer. Unanimous is tough. There's only been one. And he's unanimous because he's the greatest ever. He's the greatest ever player at his position, bar none.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can we end this on something I like that I can
Abby wants to get the hell out of here.
No, it's not even that. It's just I'm sitting here and I have no idea what's going on.
I know. Jay brings up, Jay Reinhardt, will there ever be another 300-game winner?
No.
Unless they change the rules for wins? No. Probably not.
No.
Guys they don't pitch long enough. Bullpens are deep. They want to get matchups. DeGrom with run support? Still probably not, right? Because they're going to, even if he stays healthy, he's probably not going to get enough starts. He's probably not going to get enough starts because they, throughout the season, they'll give guys extra rest, right? So, there's a lot of 300-game winners in the set, not a lot. I shouldn't say a lot. But this is when there was 4-man rotations, right? They're only getting 3 days rest, so you pitched more. You got more starts. They kept you in games longer. Now
Diver
you get
said it's too late in his career. DeGrom would be with run support, but it's too late in his career.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's a lot of wins, man. 300 wins is a lot of wins.
Can we talk about something I know?
What do you want? Will you tell me what you want to talk about?
I don't know. I kind of want to talk about movies, but that doesn't have
nothing. What kind of movie do you want to talk about?
I don't really know. The Truman Show's been stuck in my head all day. I don't know why.
Why is the Truman Show been stuck in your head?
I don't know.
That movie's from 1990.
I don't know.
7?
Yeah.
The 98? The Truman Show?
I don't know, but that movie's been stuck in my head. It just opens up a whole new reality. What if this just
You're not gonna get real deep now, are you?
Y'all are actors.
Y'all?
What if y'all are actors? What if that's what if Florida is just a set?
But what are we now? We're in New York, so Florida's a set.
Actors. What if I've never been in the real world? What if the real world, everyone has 3 eyes, 1 right here, and 3 noses right here, and I'm just a weirdo?
Well, let's back up for a second.
I'm a weirdo anyways.
I didn't say that. You said that.
I know. I am a weirdo. How
I know
far
some
are we
people that have
backing
never
up?
been.
Jeez.
I know some people that have never been in the real world. But anyway, what if this is just we're just like a
simulation.
We're just a little grain of sand on a
Okay,
big
we're
sand.
not.
Right?
Anyways, so the Truman Show. I'm positive. Yes, I'm pretty sure he's an actor. Because I think his lunch break is when he's telling me he's going to Uptown Coffee. But okay, if I say a Truman Show, what's one, I'm going to ask them, okay? What is one iconic line from the Truman Show that everyone from the Truman Show has like knows what it is? Just comment it, please, because I want to know if everyone actually knows like that quote. I need to know. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think I do know what you're talking about.
Like yeah, that was you this time. An iconic Truman Show line. What is it?
Rob Wells. You know, Rob, the only reason Rob is even watching is because I said the Mets. I said the Mets, I said DeGrom, and he's like, shit, I gotta watch. Because it's not gonna be Mets bashing. It's good Mets stuff. Every 5 days, you know they're gonna win. But Rob Wells, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Yes, it's like, it's one of those things that you just know. Like, my God. Oh, can we just take a second? Have you ever had a show that you like really, really like get canceled? And then just something absolutely ridiculous and stupid gets put on instead?
Yeah, I mean, all shows go.
Okay, Anne with an E deserves another season, number 1. But that's not the point. So Stranger Things, that's one of the most popular TV shows in the world. It's one of my favorite TV shows. Look it up. It's one of the most popular TV shows in the world. I see that look you're giving me.
I'll give you a look.
And you're giving me a look. And you're looking it up, aren't you?
No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say that little son of a gun. But
Yankees are losing 2-0 to Baltimore.
But so you guys know what TikTok is. I mean, like people get so famous off of TikTok, it's not even funny. So Stranger Things, we've been waiting for the show to come out for like a year now, right? Everyone wants it. It's supposed to come out in like May or June of 2021. So we find out there's this Hype House show coming out, which is about a bunch of TikTokers and how they got famous. That pushed the production of Stranger Things back until 2022.
Absurd.
Completely 2022.
Absurd.
I mean, if I didn't have Cobra Kai coming out in October, I might that like final straw might have snapped right there.
Got Ozark coming out too at the end of this year, which is a show.
He loves Ozark.
Yeah, which is a show you.
My mom's probably really sad that there
watch.
probably isn't going to be another season of The Crown.
It doesn't matter because they'll just come out with another. They'll come
mom-
out with another Queen show.
My
or
mom
something.
loves the Brits.
The Brits.
She loves the Brits. It's like British people are an illusion. Like you always like see them on TV and everything, but you never see one in real life.
We're actually thinking about buying her a throne. Queen's throne.
If you buy her a throne, you are buying me an indoor, or you're like getting me bookshelves. Like it says bookshelves with a slide. That's my main goal in life.
Bookshelves, though.
That is my main goal in life. The bookshelves with the sliding ladder. That's what I want in life.
We don't have a big enough house for that. You know, like
that's what I want in life. You know that's what I want in life.
I'll find one.
It's a little slide, like in The Grinch. I mean, or Beauty and the Beast.
The Grinch when he's in
Yeah,
the
in the
post
mail
office,
room.
the mail room. Yeah.
Oh, that's iconic. That's iconic right there.
Oh, yeah.
When he meets her for the first time, he's like, the Grinch. I used to be scared of that movie, right? Oh my God.
Yeah,
I used to be freaked out of that movie.
A lot of little kids are scared of the Grinch.
And Jake used to pick that for his movie night just so that I would be scared. Just so that I'd be scared. And when I stopped being scared of it, I still watched The Grinch. I watched it last night. I'm not going to lie to you.
You did?
Yes. I watched The Grinch last night. It's a great movie. Jim Carrey almost, quit the job because he was having such bad allergic reactions to the costume. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
He almost quit. And you know how he's, wearing the director's hat in one of the scenes?
He's wearing the
put that
Navy.
on.
He's wearing a Navy hat
Yeah.
and grabs it. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, you know where he...
That was improv. They call
yeah.
that improv.
I know what improv is.
Okay.
You know where the scene... You know the scene where he pulls off the tablecloth and then he runs and smashes everything? He was supposed to just pull the tablecloth off, but he couldn't get the tablecloth all the way. So he just improv'd and pushed everything off the table.
This right here is improv. We've been improving for a while. Because we really didn't have, I had a list of things I wanted to talk about, but a lot of it's been improv. Just looking up those videos of you, that was it. A lot of this has been improv. You talking about the movies has been improv.
I want to ask, someone comment, what's your favorite movie? What's one of your favorite movies or TV shows?
The Yankees are losing 2-0. They have 2 hits. They had 1 hit. Somebody just got a hit.
What is your favorite movie?
Stanton doubled.
What's your favorite movie, Nick? The Wonderful Life? Mickey's A Christmas Carol? That's his jam.
Mickey's A Christmas Carol is one
You
of my
just looked at me for a second like, girl, you better not say. You're like,
No, that's one of my all-time favorites. When Scrooge is looking into Bob Cratchit's apartment, and she's cooking the little turkey, and it's real tiny on the plate, and he says, "What is she cooking? A canary?" I laugh hysterically every time he says that.
I swear.
But anyway, that's one of the greatest. That's one of the greats. It's a Wonderful Life is the greatest Christmas movie ever.
When I was younger,
Followed by Die Hard.
When I was younger, I used to just like walk out of my room and say, "Merry Christmas, y'all building alone." Peppa Pig.
How does it go?
Merry Christmas, y'all building alone.
That's right. Merry Christmas, yo,
Peppa Pig.
building alone.
Peppa Pig. I can tell this is Abby.
Yeah.
That's Abby or Emmy.
Sandlot.
Sandlot.
That's an all-time great. Sandlot's an all-time great movie. Benny the Jet.
Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
That's right. I always joke about it when I'm hitting fly balls to the girls in the outfield. And I'm like, just put your glove up. And I tried it.
That movie is iconic. That's iconic.
That's one of your mother's favorite movies. She's always like, you got it. Hold it up. When they put together the
oh my god
mechanic set and they pick the ball up.
My inner like female came out when I saw the dude hit the girl on purpose because she was a girl. I was like, what
are you talking about?
And then in the second Sandlot.
I didn't watch the second. Sandlot 2?
Yeah.
Sandlot 3? There was 3 Sandlots. The fact that they made
Sandlot,
it third.
Sandlot 2.
It's like Major League 3. Was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
In Sandlot 2, there was when they go head to head with like the more like we're this team, you know, and they pick up the Sandlot team picks up a girl to play with them.
Girls can't play baseball. What are they thinking? It's already unrealistic. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. No. I'm kidding.
But they pick up a girl, and then the pitcher throws it directly at her gut, just to knock her over. I was so mad. Yes, the others did suck, but still. Sandlot's a really good one. Karate Kid's a good one too.
I think the third one had who was in the third one? Wasn't it the guy Luke Perry from 90210?
Well, like that wasn't that the one with the quiet kid, and then all of a sudden
I've never seen it.
He spoke words, and he was like, "Yabba yabba," and started like crying.
Hold on. Do that again. What was it?
He was talking. He was like, "Yum yum," and then started crying. He was like he never talked, and all of a sudden he was like,
"My God,
yum yum," and then started crying. Oh God.
2-1 Yankees scored.
Field of Dreams. I've never
Top of
watched
the
that.
sixth.
I've never watched A League of Their Own either. Has Abby ever seen
Dreams.
The Bad News Bears, the original? I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I've never seen the full.
No, but I think when we did watch it, we watched them both when they were younger. I think we watched when the new one came out. I think we watched both of them.
I was.
That's a good one. Kelly Leak shows up smoking a cigarette, riding his dirt bike, goes and plays.
I've never watched A League of Their Own either. I need to watch that.
You gotta watch Bad News Bears. That's a good movie.
What's one that's not related to baseball? One that's not related to sports.
You're talking about a movie that's not related to
Yes.
sports. I mean, a lot of the movies.
Like,
hold on. What movie comes on? Yeah,
The Greatest Showman. That is the greatest show. Oh my God. Every night, we'll just drop everything. And I'll walk out, my dad's watching The Greatest Showman, and I'll run to my room, get my blanket, and be like, "This is the greatest show." And we'll like just watch it.
By the way, Jake stops what he's doing too. Everybody just stops what they're doing. We just watch The
He
Greatest
starts
Showman.
singing when Jenny Lynn comes out. My dad's like, "Never be enough," and he starts singing. He's like, he goes like this. I'll walk out, I'll sneak out, and this is so Nick's on the couch like this, right? He's sitting on the couch, right? And I walk in, and he's like. Never be enough. And I'm like, never. I'm trying to keep my cool. And like, you know what was funny when that first came out? What was the thing that I took away with it? Like, what was the thing that I took away from The Greatest Showman.
I have
Zac Efron in the other scene. What was what I came in when he like mute my mic really quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's right.
The thing that what was the thing I took away from it?
That Hugh Jackman got, and by the way, and you were young, right? So we're sitting there, and she was watching the movie, and she's like, she realized that Hugh Jackman was getting Zac Efron drunk to take the deal and
That's
join him.
all that I took away from it. I know that song word for word.
Yeah, that's a good movie. It's one of the most underrated movies.
And then people are starting to try and cancel it too because of the animal abuse when there wasn't even animals
they're like
in it.
digital animals. But it's when Coming to America, the original Coming to America is, if it's on TV, I stop and
How
watch
was Coming to America?
I didn't like it, but that's just me.
Should go home tonight and watch it. Watch what? A League of Their Own?
A League of Their Own's a good movie.
Or The Grinch? That's a good movie. I saw a meme.
The Greatest Show. I'm sorry, I can't get off The Greatest Showman. It's
my God.
it's a phenomenal movie. It's
So-
it's a movie where it's like, if you have like the guilty pleasure movie that you never shut off when it comes on.
Like how he's a Selena Gomez closet fan.
Now you've overstepped your bounds.
It's so funny. But like,
What's
What
that?
was it?
What is this song that I like? What's this?
lose you to love me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
How does it go?
God.
How does it go, Em?
It's like to love me. He's like, and then he chimes in, he's like, I needed to lose you to find me. He's like driving.
It came out of the car, and I told everybody to shut up.
I know. He tells us to shut up so he can like watch it. But what I was saying
What
about
was the song that you had on the video that I was singing the other day? When you're like, you don't know that song.
This is gonna take me down. He's so tall. That's the Taylor Swift song. Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift. I have a video of me sing. I was like, you're not even saying the right words. And he says, want to bet? He plays it and he's
she
like,
challenged
this
me.
is
Hold on
gonna
a second.
take me down. And he's saying the whole song.
She challenged me. It was on,
This
right?
is during the Grammys.
but then played the song, and I sang the entire song. I go, this is a challenge right here. Huh?
I have it on
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
And what, like I was saying, I saw this meme. Okay, in my opinion, I didn't think The Weeknd's performance was that good at the Super Bowl. And I saw this meme. I had to do it because it's Grinch related. But like, you know how, let's say this was the camera, right? You know how he like holds the camera when he's like blind, like the blinding lights, and he's like going like this with the camera, and he's like all over the camera, and then everyone's like, "Yo, I knew this was familiar." And then they play the scene where the Grinch is up at the camera, it's like, it's like, and it's like, y'all, they copied the Grinch. That was probably the best.
Oh man. Well, it's been fun. If Kenny was here, he'd have a heart attack right now because it's 8:45, and he only likes to go an hour. I'll tell you
An
this.
hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah. So
Girl, I need food.
Kenny sits here, and he's like, he'll be sitting here, right? And
1
he's
hour.
like-
1 hour.
He's like,
1 hour. 1 hour. Nick's starting to tell a new story. No,
He's
it's
like-
1 hour sneak peek.
he holds up. He's like, 57 minutes. I'm like, yeah, I know.
And then he's like,
1 minute. He's like this.
1 hour. 1 hour.
1 hour, 2 minutes.
1 hour.
He's like this.
And then Nick tries to talk something else, and he goes like this: sneak peek, sneak peek. Next episode, sneak peek.
All right, let's just leave it at that. Sneak peek, teaser.
I can't believe it. Careful, your mom spit in the dinner.
Yeah, that's right.
I know.
We can. Yes, we're gonna have to get Chipotle or stop, get something on the way
Yes,
home.
we love Chipotle. Chipotle.
Yes, we're definitely gonna check out A League of Their Own, and then maybe next week we'll have Abby can call in.
After we watch all the Harry Potter movies. Though.
I'm not watching all the Harry. I don't have time to watch.
I
all the Harry
watch
Potter
them
movies.
all day
But we
long.
can watch League of Their Own, and then if Kenny and I are here, we'll give you 2 minutes to call on, and then give us what you thought about A League of Their Own.
Listen.
And we can talk about the tour. And the team that Abby guest played on this weekend. We play next weekend.
Listen. Who
be
brought in
fun.
the views? Nick, who brought in the views? I brought in the views.
You got to get your own show.
Listen,
Get your own show.
listen.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen. I'm like that one character in a book where it's like you never knew you needed them, and then right when they leave, you miss them.
Where you going? Oh, you're talking about on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on next weekend.
Next weekend.
Yeah, you know what I said? I'll like once one of the teams gets like kicked out and like they're done, I will go change my uniform and play for the other team.
Your mother said you two can talk all night long.
Yeah,
true.
we're gonna
That's
try
a
and
fact.
stall this as much as possible, just because of the fact that my mom, like, we don't want to go home.
It's funny because when I want Jake to come do this, he says no.
He ain't fun.
He ain't fun.
He ain't fun. And with that, we sign off.
I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Nadine. I want to thank everybody
No,
who
I'm more of a
commented.
Ginny Weasley type beat.
Who's Luna?
Oh, it's like I could see them too. You're just as sane as I am. Hey, girl.
Yeah, I don't know what. Now I don't know what you're talking about. Well, we're talking baseball. I got it. Yeah, he does have too much homework. But I want to thank Abby, my co-host.
Amy, gold, bringing up the golden child yet again.
That's right. Does every assignment. All right, everybody. See you next week. Abby, say goodbye.
Peace out.